Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Disc Golf Van Life. I'm Mike, bringing you coverage of the 2025 Tug Hill Fall Classic, presented by Trash Panda Disc Golf. We're back at the Ridge Runner Disc Golf Course in Turin, New York, for the final round, and things couldn't be tighter at the top. After the first round, we saw Dylan Rees and Jerry Menzie light it up, tying the course record and sharing the lead heading into round two. Let's go ahead and send it on over to Andy and EJ.
Welcome back to round two of the Tug Hill Fall Classic. I'm Andy Padula, the tournament director.
And I am EJ Bilodeau, the co-course designer here. And here we go, final round. Let's see what we got.
Starting up first, we got Dylan Rees shooting 11 down. And right on his tail, tied with him, Jerry Menzie, also at 11 down.
All right, we got Matt Miller from Horsehead, New York, shooting a solid 10 down. And we also got Justin Whitney from Rochester, New York, shooting a 9. So the lead card here, everybody bunched together. It's anybody's ball game. Let's see what we got. Hole one.
All right, back to hole one. Nice long 625-foot par 4 straight uphill. Plays as one of the harder holes. Got the ravines on both sides of the green coming up, and a bit of a raised green there as well.
Big, many trees guarding that basket once you get into that.
So big difference from this round is just going to be on the last few holes. We're playing some of the longer basket placements, but all the front nine will play the same as what we just saw in round one.
Yes, sir. All right, we got the same conditions. It has cleared up. It's a little bit warmer now. The ground has dried out, but the wind maybe a little bit, but you can see the banners blowing. Not much going on, which is thankful. Dylan pulls this one a little bit right. Should be in play way up there. We have a straight look.
Right near that building there is about the distance you want to be. Just a little bit more left of where that building is, though, would be more ideal.
Very booming one.
And a little more inside than what
down. Gotta get down. Yeah, I mean, he could probably manufacture a way to get a look at a 3, but he's probably gonna be pinched. Too sharp of a hyzer. Matt looks like he's going forehand out here. See if he can get it up to the top of the hill.
And Matt
Full turn, fade now. Looks like it's gonna be in a good spot. Yeah, way up there. Nice rip. In a flat spot. Should have a little hyzer in. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Justin can bomb it. He's a big guy. Gonna get a little turn, hold.
Not
down,
down. You want?
Yeah, that's not a good spot. That's gonna be a layup. Yeah, that's gonna be a layup for the 4 because he's not gonna be able to do much. He's just gotta basically throw it up to the gap there.
And for some of you who don't know, those walls there on the left are for Snow Ridge does the Tug Mutter. It's kind of their own version of other mountain challenges. So those are just obstacles for the tournament.
Forehand roller there. I'm not sure that was the right play. All he had to do was basically just kind of throw out the gap. He looked like he was maybe trying to get one back to the pin, but with that ravine, and I don't know. Not sure what the plan was there. Dylan looks like he's got about a 250-foot straight shot over ravine. Looked like he went down in. I didn't see it, but yeah, look, it probably got knocked down because they looked inside. Jerry, a big hyzer here.
The ravine there. It's like Jerry missed it, and he should have an easy putt from there. And Matt, unfortunately,
right. Simple. Right. Yanked it right. That can happen, though.
He should be high out of the ravine, but he will be pinched right next to that fence.
This is going to be a turnover putter here. That's just got to float in. Don't want it diving too fast because it'll go down that ravine. Just got to be a nice soft one that's constantly turning left. Looks like it pushed it a little. Yeah, that panned out. Yeah, that panned out ends up going through streets. There's gonna be no putt. Yeah, there's no putt. There's
There's
no
a
putt
bunch
in there.
of smaller trees on the corner of the green there, so
Can't see what Matt's
probably just
got.
gonna have to lay up for a par there.
He's over. All right, good up. Good work. Could have got messy from over there.
Yeah.
Dylan's
Oh
the
wow.
other
Dylan
side.
really.
Get back there. Yeah. All right, he should be able to get this up and down though. Maybe even a look. See something special could happen here. There is a little bit of a gap. Oh, he hit a
Fortunate tree
little.
kick there for Dylan.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know where that ended up, but that could be bad. But if it's set right, there's a little bit of room there. See what Justin.
So this is for par for Justin.
Yeah, really tough. Tough
And
putt there. Good try.
the valiant effort.
Yeah,
But
there's not much you can do. That must be
not the
Dylan's
worst hole
disc
to
right
take a
there.
bogey on. It does play as one of the harder holes in the course, so
Is that Dylan's disc right there, Andy? That blue one? You think?
I think so, yeah.
Gotta be right, because otherwise he'd be putting if he went down that hill. Matt, clean up. 4, good putt, good par. Yeah, Dylan saved his par. About, I don't know, maybe 18 feet, maybe 15 from here. A little bit elevated. Gotta make sure you throw a nice putt on this. You don't want to miss. You don't want to hit metal and miss, because it's gonna roll to the left there where you see those trees.
And this hole
Ooh, a little high. Great.
42% birdies from the field. Played
That's
about
pretty
middle
good.
of the pack. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This is
I,
not
I
an easy
really do
street.
think the elimination of the out of bounds ravines
Oh,
elevated that total.
no doubt. No doubt. If those OBs were out of bounds, you wouldn't see half the people trying to throw it up in here like we saw.
No.
Because it's just way too risky. And looks like this is it, right? Everybody's cleaned up. Jerry tapped in for his 3, right?
Yep.
All right, moving on to hole 2, 260 foot, little dog leg to the right. You got those 3 trees that you see on the right side of your screen. You got to miss those. This is the gap right here, and just turn it over. Or you could go forehand. They're going to see a tree to the right of the tee pad that is right in your face. Right in your face. It's tough to miss it if you're going forehand. And you want to make sure you get this on hyzer. You don't want to go straight. That was close and low, but works out. Going to be on that side hill at about 50, I would say.
Yeah, and then that's the one thing about this hole. It's not very long, but you got the wall on that left side and then all the trees and another wall on your right side. So keeping it as middle of the fairway as possible is
Oh, there we go. Oh, we saw that's a what, 6? That was their 6th player. All 4 guys in round 1 went forehand, missed that tree.
yeah.
And it's
That
somebody's
just
getting hit.
shows you.
It's too far in your face, and you have to just barely miss it to throw a shot. Looks like Matt's gonna go backhand
Yeah.
here.
The
This one
ideal
I-
shot is to be right next to that tree when you're releasing on forehand. So it does make it a pretty dicey shot.
This shot has to keep turning. This cannot pan out. Which
And Matt looks like he got it
great.
pretty ideal shot.
Yeah,
And
great
wow,
shot. Great shot.
great
It's
ground
back,
action.
but
Easy tap in. Looks like Justin's going with the same shot here.
like a putter.
A little bit higher up in
Looks
that
great.
gap, but that should be an
Great shot. That's kind of a run at it right there, honestly. That's what aces are gonna look like backhand right there. Dylan's got some work. He's got a lot of room for a forehand, but has to throw it correctly. It looks like he's gonna have to play a little flex. I think he's going with a fairway driver or something there. Yeah, it's gonna be.
luckily there's not much
250.
in terms of there's no real hazard or out of bounds here, but just lots of trees to avoid.
Yeah. Had to make sure you throw the right shot and hit the right line, but he did very well.
It's a good recovery.
Jerry a little bit longer than 50. Maybe about there.
Carry with the jump. And
Good enough.
It's like he'll clean up for par most likely.
So looks like 2 birdies, 2 pars on this hole. Fairly simple. This is one you're wanting to get when you're playing this course for sure, because you know not every hole you have a easy look at birdie.
Yeah.
260. This is one you want to get for sure, but
With
one
the
that
amount of longer bomber holes, this is one of
yeah,
those holes that, especially to start your round, nothing better than getting birdie on this hole.
yeah. Especially most of the time you're not going to get hole 1. Most players aren't going to get hole 1, so you get the hole 2. You're like, all right, got to get this one, because you could give one up right here on this hole very quickly. Danny, what
Yeah.
you got?
The hole 3, 210 feet straight uphill. You got that tree as we just passed going uphill that you're gonna want to miss. Then it kind of pans to the left. You got trees all on the right side and a little bit of a smaller ravine. And then going right up to a more of a elevated basket. This
That
hole
hill,
is very tricky.
yeah, that hill
Going
that
up
they're gonna
steep.
throw over at least 20 feet high. You got to go straight up. Matt going with the thumber probably.
That was
You know,
actually more of a hammer throw.
yeah. I mean, that's an easy 3. No real look for 2, but you just don't want to do anything silly on this hole and get yourself in a spot where you can't get a par. So
Yeah.
that'll work.
Unfortunately, I did exactly what Justin just did there. Both rounds, kick
I
that
mean,
tree.
it's in the perfect spot. It's exactly where you want to throw the disc for this hole. So understandable. You got to miss it just barely one side or the other. Jerry, look like you're going with the forehand flex like you did in round 1.
Yeah,
Very
that's the thing.
overstable
If you
disc.
just don't think too hard about that tree,
That's
unfortunately, Jerry couldn't get it both rounds, but
I mean, I wouldn't
that's how
surprise
easy it
me
is.
if he fours that one from there. That's bad news up there. There is no way to get to the basket. Probably if he can get himself a look at 40 feet, he'd be doing good. That's the shot. If that's
And there we
stable,
go.
same thing. Yeah,
Yep.
he got it. He
It's a
knew.
little too far.
But, yeah, have a nice look at too, though. Is
And looks
oh,
like
he's right on
Jerry's
the
got a little
alley.
bit more space
Yeah,
than it
yeah,
looked.
yeah. He didn't go right, so
Nice low shot. Where'd he end up? Wow.
is that
Not quite
Pat
sure
Hudson from
exactly where
Upton
that
that
is.
call? We shoulda, yeah.
Near the
Yep.
basket.
Justin's in. This is not good over here. Tons of
Yeah.
little trees, million branches.
The left side is the jail of this hole.
Yeah, I mean,
For that reason in particular.
yeah,
Just
that's completely predictable. There's just nothing from over there. This is runnable though if he gives a little flick at it. See what he's got. Oh,
and that
right
wow.
that was it. That's how you do it.
Recovery.
Yep, it's a good bid. Matt, all right, he's got a look. You got to watch out for that tree on the right. Don't get too close to it.
And
Knew it.
yeah,
Knew it.
that's a typical when you're trying to run from that far on that particular part of the green or the fairway, those trees just get right in your way.
Just a little soft. I think he went long in round 1, didn't he? Because then he went over into that ravine. So understandably, he just tried to take a little off it. Matt's got about circle's edge up this hill.
Matt looking for par here. Oh, and just a
Aye.
little too high on the basket there.
Jerry,
Nice
good par.
up for Jerry.
Hitting first available, getting a 3, you're just like, yes, get me out of here.
Absolutely.
Take that every time.
And that's the tale of 2 different hits off that same tree. You're looking at Jerry, who was able to scramble and get the 3, and Justin, unfortunately, getting into that left side stuff. Still able to have a tap in for bogey, but I've seen that turn into doubles and triples.
Mm-hmm. Definitely good hole. This is one of those holes, unless you're actually standing on the tee pad looking at the hole, I don't think you can really get a good appreciation for the kind of shot that you actually have to throw.
Yeah, I agree.
The camera doesn't really do it the greatest the justice, but it's a fun hole. It definitely takes a couple times. You got to play it to figure out exactly what you want to play and how you want to play it, because everybody's different. No 2 people are going to play the hole the same way. But then we get out here to the open, hole 4, 400 foot, straight down the hill, a little bit to the right. Most players are going to go forehand, but you can go backhand. This is all about nose angle control. If you do not get your nose angle right, the shot just will not play right. If you don't get it down enough, your highs aren't out right. And if you throw it too hard with the nose down, you could go long OB. There's OB long and left. Jerry played a nice, big, wide hyzer last time. I expect the same thing here. Looks
And
perfect.
yeah,
Perfect.
that
Looks really good. Yeah.
looks like he was a little
Yeah,
inside,
yeah,
but there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah, that's what you're looking for. But you can pin this one. If you throw the shot right, you can really get it real close to the basket.
Yeah, I think what was fun this year, adding the OB left and splitting the fairway of 8 and 4, really made this traditional shot where you would see people pin this hole a little bit more risky.
Yeah,
You see a
for
lot
sure.
more shots going a little more to the right of the basket.
Yeah. Got a good forehand. Let's see what he got here. That's inside.
It's going to be inside, but you know what? Like,
Or two. That's
that's a bit short. Yeah.
That's probably not. That tree is going to be in his way, I think, for a bit, unless he can do a little like turnover type of putt. Justin going backhand. I saw a few of these work out during the tournament. We don't usually see backhands here.
Wow, just right over the basket, and that fortunately out of bounds.
Yeah, that was moving way too fast. That's the problem with the backhand is they don't want to drop. They just want to keep floating. Matt, let's see.
Depending on what you throw there, if you're throwing something faster than a putter, that fade could really just take you way into 8's fairway. So,
as I predicted, Matt didn't have the ceiling. Close there.
That's a tricky putt from there where Jerry was. If you missed that putt and hit the basket just right, you could end up rolling out of bounds as well.
And he was standing side hill, downhill, too.
Oh,
Dylan with a great little downhill, cured it right in the middle. Great looking stroke on that one.
Great birdie.
Oh, Justin's going to have this branch. Is this branch going to be in his way?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
right through
that branch. So that branch wasn't planted. It just started growing out here the past like 2 years, and it's just growing to the absolute perfect spot that if you go long of the basket, you're going to have nothing. You can't go really over it. You can't go under it. Clean up for Matt here. Good three.
It's going to be unfortunate for Justin. He's going to take two bogeys back to back.
Yeah.
And Jerry's just going to look to save that par.
Unfortunate for Justin, there was really not much he could do in either case. He was stuck over there to the left on 3 and then long on 8 with that branch. Just can't do anything. So clean it up, keep it moving. He's got the arm. He can really let loose on the back here and start making some birdies. So we'll see what he does.
All right, moving on to hole 5. It's a 524-foot par 4 uphill. Just kind of sweeping to the right, and then the basket's tucked here on the left behind this wall of guardian trees. There is a bit of a gap towards the middle of the tree line that you can try to hit, but you'll see a lot of players going closer to where that wall of trees are and just try to push it through one of those slots to get to the basket.
This looks like all you really need off the tee. Just got to get it out there so that you give yourself a hyzer. Actually, so Andy, Trevor mentioned to me that we could put a Mando sign on that first tree to the entrance. Instead of
so no one goes too far high. Yeah, see, and that's the cool thing about this tournament. This is probably the deepest MPO field we've had, and so we're getting a lot of these better players coming out and giving us some, good criticism of the course and like things we could tweak to really help make, elevate this tournament and the course as a whole. So
this looks like a bomb.
Really cool idea.
This is like a bomb. Is it up there? Okay. All right. Pretty good. Yeah, I think Amanda would play good next year for the MPO field. Probably not so much for the AMs. We'll probably not make them play that, but I think Amanda on see if we can point the tree out. I think would play really good on this hole.
Because then you really got to be more precise with your tee shot then.
Exactly. You can't just
Or like
bomb
a
it up.
shot like here, Dylan would have to be going a little bit more left into this left gap instead of upright, where he's going to try to just hyzer it right into the tree line here.
Yeah. Because this is pretty. Oh,
Wow.
I thought that was going in. I thought that was going in. This is a pretty basic shot for these guys. Miss a tree, even if you hit the trees, it could fall. Yeah, it could fall right down, and you could still have a putt. See what he's got here. He's giving it a bit.
That's a nice skip. They're all hitting right where the pine needles start, and that really amplifies the skip possibility.
So the inside here, where Matt is about to go, is where we're talking about the mandel. The mandel tree that's right on the left, we could put there so that you have to play this shot that Matt's about to play. Next year, that's pretty. Yeah,
and
exactly
Matt,
like.
after 2 rounds, Matt's the one person who played it exactly how it was originally designed to be played.
Right. So Jerry actually getting himself too close, leaving
And-
himself with a weird shot. But
Lucky second bounce off that tree there.
definitely. Okay, so this is the farthest we got away here. Matt bangs this. We should be looking at a star frame. Good putt there.
Yeah, and that's pretty amazing for this hole. I mean, this hole's played as one of the harder holes in years past, so pretty cool to see everyone.
You know, we did so much work clearing out this tree line and getting all the stuff out of there. So
Yeah,
that might have something to do with it. Yeah.
I was gonna
'cause
say
it's-
I'm looking at the stats right now, and this hole played as the second easiest hole on the course.
Yeah, I think next year we mando up that tree, and it'll really change the dynamic of this.
No
of this hole.
bogeys or double bogeys this round.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
60,
definitely have to,
69% birdie rate. Which also, without wind, if this was a more windy day, all those tee shots get put in a lot different spots.
100%. There's usually a headwind on this hole, so which makes that turnover that you saw the guys throw much harder. Because it'll keep turning, and then you go into those right trees, and it's a nightmare from in there.
Yeah, or
Yes,
the forehand shot gets pulled left towards the road, and then the left side trees. We've seen it all, but
yeah, so that's actually a really good point.
Today's conditions are just really great.
Yeah. All right, hole 6, 430 foot. Basically, break it down into 2 shots. You got to get through this gap. Doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you get through. Get yourself out here somewhere, and then you're gonna leave yourself this straight uphill shot. You got all these guardians you got to miss. The higher you push it up the hill on your second shot, the closer you can get to the basket. But as I said, priority number 1 is get through this gap. If you don't get through the gap, birdie's out of the question. Par could be questionable as well. But throw a straight shot, a little bit of hyzer.
Might be all right. It is a bit open in there, but wow, he got a lucky roll.
He did. He's probably not gonna have a great swing where he can get like power and a good shot on it. Look what we got Jerry going here. Forehand roller.
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's interesting because he just
the driver too.
I like that.
Right,
but the pitch.
here.
Oh, he just makes it.
Just a little too far. I think
Yeah.
the bounce there kind of kicked it straight. He
I
was looking for
like the idea though, because that could actually work out really good.
So I tend to do that shot with a more like a zone, something slower, so that it starts to turn left a little sooner than his driver. But still a great shot.
Yeah, Matt,
I like the idea.
here's the gap there. That's perfect. Justin also looks like it's feared.
Another great shot.
Sit down, sit.
Little
That's the only thing you can't do. That's the one mistake. So early left, even you see Dylan here, you can possibly, and he's great at these forehand rollers, so he could probably get that up there. But going straight where Justin did, there's not much you can do from there. See what Dylan's got.
Wow, Dylan just
That's
putting
like really
everything
good.
he's got,
Come
and
on.
there's every tree almost.
That was a really good shot.
And he's looking at a inside circle putt, maybe just inside the edge.
Gotta go cut roller.
Looks like he's going for a little bit of a roller, just catches
Could
before
have a
the
little a bid from there, possibly. Matt's probably going forehand. He's going to want to push this up to where you see the shadow start and then just break it right.
He's got
Well,
a
everything is,
few
this
trees
is,
to miss right on the
yeah,
edge there,
yeah,
but
he's got to miss
you
the
get
trees.
past,
This looks
you get
perfect.
past those, you should be fine. And looks like you went a little higher.
A little high, yeah. But there might be a tree that's blocking him out from right there, honestly. Jerry cut
Jerry
roller.
also with a tough upshot
It's
here.
early. It's early. That's going to be just a pitch up. There's probably not much to remain.
Yeah.
Justin might be able to give this a bid. There is trees that he has to hit a gap, but there is one from over there. Oh,
Hey,
nice.
you know what? That's a great effort from where he was. Take the par.
All right, Jerry's got to look way uphill. You can see how far up the hill that is. So hard to give that enough to get it up there. You think you throw it as hard as you can, you think it's enough, and it's just not even close. This tricky.
That's
We've seen a lot of
unfortunate.
that. We've seen a lot of that. It's just these elevations on these little putts.
And
Things that would be simple on flat ground, they're just
this
not as
hole only
easy.
saw 3 birdies both rounds, so 6 total, but
Wow.
a lot of
Wow.
pars on this hole, but not many birdies.
Which we got one there by Dylan with a great. I mean, he went in early left. Great forehand roller.
Yeah, so I mean,
Oh,
that left side tree line is just open enough that if you're able to get a good kick like Dylan did, you still have a chance to snag that birdie.
That's not the diminish what his shot he threw was really good. Really good. You got to
Certainly
throw
not
it hard
an
to help
orthodox way of playing the hole, though. I mean, roller to give yourself the birdie is pretty crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Short walk over here. We got a little bridge they got to cross up the hole 7.
Yeah, and 7 is a 280-foot par 3 downhill. You got the T-bar here, plays like trees. You got OB right, ravine. Left side is not out of bounds, but a lot of trees and another small ravine. Just trying to get it nice and down to the right and then have it pan left towards the basket. See a lot of mid-range putter shots here.
Yeah. Dylan laced it in round 1. Look like he went putter straight at it. Made a good putt though too. A little bit right, but as long as this will be good. Bid.
And wow, just past the basket.
Out the circle's edge. We'll have a look though.
And I do have to say, we fixed up this tee pad before the tournament. It looks a lot better on coverage here.
This slide through though. No, doesn't. Probably catches that thick vegetation back there. Probably gonna be stuck behind those trees. Won't have much of a bid. You really want to be to the right of that pole if you're going backhand.
Matt,
yeah.
hold it a little inside, but
yeah. That's gonna be
a
look
part for sure.
Maybe where Dylan made it last round.
Oh, just a little early on the release there for.
I hate to see it, but glad you got to see what can happen on this hole. It's not as simple as just throw it down there. There is some trick to it. Great upshot by Justin.
That's a great recovery.
Yeah, definitely.
I meant to say that was a late release for Justin. Those trees on the right side can get in your face.
Yeah. Lucky that he kicked left too. That could have kicked right down there being OB.
Absolutely.
Think about being OB way back there. That's tough.
Oh.
Again, downhill. Not.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you get the height right on those. And he missed high last time, so I'm sure he was.
Dylan looking for potentially the lone birdie here if he can make this putt. Wow, and really even with the high hit, he's able to sink that. These baskets are not forgiving from up high, so that's a great putt from Dylan.
Stroke look really solid, both rounds so far. Jerry clean up his par. Don't want to bogey this one. You really don't want to bogey. If you don't get the birdie, that's okay. But if you get a bogey, you're just like, no. Full disclosure, I had a birdie putt on this one, and I 3-putted for a bogey. Ooh, so I speak from experience. Yeah, I was up to the left of Matt, up on the hill, and my putt was high. It went over the basket and put me into those bushes on the right here, and I just couldn't make the putt. So it happens.
And don't look now, but Dylan just went 4 down through the last 4 holes there.
Hole 8, 490-foot par 3. So you got to bomb it if you want to get a bird. There is OB left and right. Normally, we got a wind on this hole that makes the tee shot much trickier, but today's pretty calm. So there's a little bit of ceiling. As you can see, you got to make sure you keep it under that off the tee. But there's plenty of room to still get it to the basket. You just got to throw a nice committed shot. Keep it in the middle. Dylan, he had a look for 2 last time, so he does have the power to get it out there. Get himself maybe a 50-foot look, which is definitely decent on this hole. It's a little bit downhill, so even though it is 490, probably plays 450, which, a little bounce. Dylan, that's all you're looking to do. Just don't throw it out of bounds. If you don't have the power to get it there, don't try to do anything too much. Just keep it in the middle. Jerry threw it fast.
And the OB on this hole is actually a new addition for this year. And I think it's one that we're gonna keep.
Yeah.
Definitely made the hole play a lot tougher. As you can see, Jerry just kind of pulled it left out of bounds. I mean, round 2, I went out of bounds twice on this hole and took a 7. So
as I said, it's a little bit downhill. So another one, if you don't get the nose angle right, even though it's just a slight, if the nose is up, it will hold left and carry out of bounds. Nice shot by Matt in bounds. Could have a little throw up there, maybe get a chance for 2. Nice.
Justin with a great shot.
Yeah, this looks perfect. Go.
It's really what you want, just something to put, hyzer flip up a little bit, push to the right, and then just crash left right onto the green there.
Probably about 100 feet here for Jerry. Maybe a touch more, about 100. You could jump at it.
Jerry's just going to look to try to not hemorrhage too many strokes on this one.
Yeah, this is another one where, like I said, the wind is usually blowing, so you could mess that up shot. Even though it's a jump putt, you could mess that up pretty quickly. Leave yourself circle's edge for par. You don't want to do that. Good up by Matt.
And that would be a nice tap in for Matt.
Not too much. Get it up there. Dylan probably going to give this a little run. Stay up. Oh, good.
Nice flash before the basket. Trying to replicate something from last time he was on coverage.
You look 2 on this one, Justin. Oh. Wow, look good.
Seeing a lot of close bids from far out.
He missed this putt for a 2 last round. Got to clean this up.
All right, there you go, Jerry. Unfortunate bogey for Jerry, but it happens out here, especially with the out of bounds. So,
yeah, definitely. And a lot more people went OB than I thought. Like talking to people after the round and stuff. A lot of people ended up OB on this hole.
Yeah, I think it definitely made the hole a lot harder. You can't just blast your shot wherever you want.
Because it's a 490-foot par 3, you're trying to throw as hard as you can. And everybody knows when you're trying to throw that hard is when the loss of control comes up. So, understandable, though.
All right, and moving on to the last hole of the front 9 here. Hole 9, 365-foot par 3. You got this OB ravine on the right side, which if you end up in there, you got to re-tee from the drop zone, which is a short tee pad. Otherwise, you're just trying to get up and around the corner here and give yourself a chance for the bird. The circle edge is pretty much right around the corner. So if you get through this gap here, you should have a 30 to 40 foot birdie look.
Just a little turned over. Oh, great kick. So I kicked him out. If you push in there, you can get out. There's like a little flood zone that happened in there, so it's kind of wide open. You can get out, but he got a nice kick, left him out in the open. Should just be a little flick up. Right at those light posts is where you're aiming. Should leave you with a nice hyzer over. Matt's got a good forehand, so
you can hyzer out of the forehand right before that second light post. It's pretty much the ideal place you want to be. And Matt, right around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean,
that got out there quick.
That is the shot you want for this hole.
This is a very hard shot.
Justin with a late turn on that, but that's an absolutely beautiful shot right through the gap there.
Leave himself about 45. But
Jerry
thoroughly.
looks a little inside, and
Yeah,
right into the out of
exactly.
bounds there.
That's how fast it can happen. We know Jerry got the power because he made it. Wait, did we miss the drop zone shot?
I'm sure. Oh no, it
Oh
looks
no,
like
we got a misplay.
well, that happens.
Yeah, apparently they didn't know that. Well, we'll
Should
just
have, yeah. So
we'll
he
brush
should have.
past that. Yeah, he should have went back to the short pad. Yeah,
Yep,
that was
he should have.
and you know, 5 comes into play real quick when you got to go back to that short pad.
Yep,
Great
and
putt,
wow,
great
Justin
two.
with a great putt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, no way for us to have known that that's how it was played until now. But yeah, he would have had to go back. Probably would have taken an extra stroke potentially.
Another great two here by Matt. Great two. This
Anyway,
this is the second hardest hole, I think. I think this plays is the second hardest hole, behind number 13. I'm pretty sure.
This round, hole 9 played as the hardest hole.
The hardest hole even, yeah.
Yeah.
So Lee
Round-
Card kind of
round
showing
one,
you
it
how
was-
it's done there with those guys getting birdies, but Jerry's showing you what can actually happen. That will be on that right, comes up
Yeah.
real quick.
It had a 31% double bogey rate.
Okay, because that means everybody played it the way you're supposed to when you go out to the out of bounds, because that drop zone is it's definitely not a guaranteed up and down. But anyway, yeah,
77% of the field bogeyed or worse on that hole this round. So, so far, I mean, Dylan is just holding true, not a blemish on his card. Jerry, unfortunately, with a couple bogeys he'll want to have back, and Matt and Justin are holding pretty good after Justin's first few bogeys.